Welcome back to Islanders Insider. At this time, we're going to be talking some Islander women's basketball with the head coach of the program, Coach Royce Chadwick. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good, Stephen.
Really good, as a matter of fact. How would you describe the Islanders? How would you define women's basketball in a way that kind of distinguishes it from other programs?
Well, I think on our campus, we're in a transitional period right here. We're starting 2 freshmen playing, all of our freshmen, tons of minutes. We've kind of thrown them out there to the wolves. They are in a situation where they're a little overwhelmed right now. You go off to college, you've been playing high school basketball, and all of a sudden you're now playing against 22-year-old women, and things are a little bit different, but I think they're going to get an education in a hurry, and they're going to grow up very quickly.
No doubt. Now, is there a team philosophy that you promote and project to each of your teams, or does that change, that message change with the different personnel makeup of your programs?
Well, I think the first thing we want to get across to them is we got to play a team game. We have to get everybody on the same page. We're playing team defense, not one-on-one. We're playing team offense, not one-on-one. Every one of these players was the best player on their high school team, and when they come in here, they have to learn to accept a role that might not be their role from their high school, and they have to change. And so we're in that process, and there's going to be some growing pains in November trying to get everybody meshed together, but I think we'll have a chance to be pretty good at the end of the year.
Just plain and simple, the word team is what that has to be accepted.
Well, and your role on this team is not your role on your last team. This is a new role, and yes, it's a little overwhelming because the game is a lot more physical. The game is a faster pace. Every game is a high intensity. Our band is making noise. The cheerleaders are cheering. I think in the first quarter the other night, you could very easily see our freshmen were overwhelmed. And so they settled in and got the job done after that first quarter, but it was really rough for a while.
What do you consider the most crucial part of the puzzle when you're preparing a new team for the season?
Well, I think it's a combination of everything. The one thing we lack right now is experience, and the only way to get it is to get out there and go get it. We need an off season where they have a chance to get in the weight room every single day. They need 30 college basketball games underneath their belt where they know, okay, this is how the game's being called tonight. I have to adjust. They need to go on the road and learn how tough the road is, and you need about 15 of those before you really get it. So we've got a lot of growing to do. Next game, we're going to start 3 freshmen. It wouldn't surprise me by the end of the year to be starting 4 of them. So we'll have 3 freshmen out there and a sophomore and 1 senior. So it'll be interesting for a while.
Which kind of leads me to that. I mean, you do have talented freshmen. There's no doubt about that. But ultimately, you still have to rely on that experience of those seniors. They have to, whether it's in the starting role or in a reserve role, they have to be there ultimately to lead.
Well, they're great people. First of all, they want to win. They want to do what's best for the team, and so they will accept the roles that we give them, but they've got experience too. You know, it's like, okay, I understand you need a 6th man. You need somebody to come in and bring some energy. You need a defensive stopper to come in off the bench. You need a rebounder. You need a post defender. You need somebody that can come in off the bench and make a difference in the flow of the game. And right now, our veterans are much more capable of handling those roles than our freshmen. Our freshmen are just out there playing and trying to remember where they're supposed to be. So it's been a good thing for our seniors and that they've had those opportunities.
Then again, them being the best players on their team before, now the seniors now have an understanding of what it is for sacrifice and maturity and just whatever is best for the team.
Well, that's what you want in an individual. You want someone, whatever your effort is, everybody sacrifices themselves for what is best for the group, and that's what our girls have done. And I like where we sit right now. I mean, we played 3 quarters good against Toledo. It takes 4. We didn't know that going in, and it's like, okay, you know, I understand now, and we'll see what we can do the next time out because we've learned a hard lesson.
Now, your team has had more than its share of injury setbacks. Does a coach have to have a plan B in his back pocket, or does coaching require the ability to ultimately improv at a moment's notice?
Well, I think you have plans, and you hope it goes, you know, per the script. And the second it falls off the script, you rely on your experience and what you've done in the past and the things that you need to do to make your program better. But we don't just have 5 scholarships. We don't have just 5 players. We have a plethora of players. We have a locker room full. And what you do with each of those individuals, like Emma Young. Emma has played 4 positions on our team. And it's really hard when you're a freshman and you're trying to learn one spot, but now you have to learn 3 or 4, and she's done that for us. Everybody gets a different role, and everybody has to fulfill their role to the best of their ability, and that's what our players are trying to do.
They're going to be okay, aren't they?
Yeah, it's, you know, I'll be bald-headed by the time they get okay, because it'll all fall out. But it's going to take us some time. We have a rough schedule. You know, taking this team on the road for the first time is going to be an adventure, you know, because they have no idea what it's going to be like to be on the road, and, you know, that sandwich didn't taste good, or, you know, I didn't sleep well, or and it's going to affect their play until they just get out there and say, hey, you know, what I had, that sandwich really isn't affecting me. It's me that's affecting me.
Well, it's going to be a very interesting task. Again, going on the road, get ready for what's next for this team. Coach, good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Royce Chadwick joining us once again here in the women's locker room on the campus of Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. When we come back, we have a special Christus Spine Health System feature on honor men's basketball and their junior players.